Hello, I am Alexi Pukinikin, and we're ballin' today, tomorrow, and most definitely yesterday. At what cost? Hey, let me tell you something. Just give people what they want. That's it. It's that simple. Hey, just give them what they want, okay? I try to do that, all right? But let's just talk about sports. You want them to do the actual sport, right? You got to give them what they want. We want the same thing. It's not, we don't necessarily want the different things. We want the same thing. The people, the group, the larger group, the audience, the target audience. Give the target audience what they want. That's marketing 101. Just give them what they want. Now, all the sports I'll be covering today, this applies to every one of these sports leagues, okay? For some of them, I might not go so far in depth because they've been doing it, but some sports leagues I gotta get real with them. And look, I'm just here to try to improve these sports leagues in the future. Okay, we're going towards a better direction here. I believe it. Let's just execute better. I'm talking about the NBA All-Star Weekend versus the NHL Four Nations Tournament. No, I don't talk about the NBA too much. No, I don't talk about the NHL too much. Doesn't mean I don't follow. Now, I'm not gonna, argue the intricacies and the evidence, right? But I will be straight up with you and tell you that I know something about basketball. I started following start of high school, so that was 2017. I followed intensely, right? And then NHL, I've always followed just because I'm from Finland and there's a lot of Finnish motherfuckers. And look at this, the NHL Four Nations Tournament, the four nations that were included, US, Canada, Sweden, Finland. The NHL knows how to cut the fat for the peak entertainment. They know how to do that. NBA All-Star, that's you can argue differently. Now here's the evidence. There was so much Kevin Hart. There was almost arguably too much. I didn't think I could come to the conclusion that, there could be a possibility of too much Kevin Hart. I think that was too much Kevin Hart. I mean, we already got a lot of him because he was, go Birds go, Philadelphia Eagles, right? I get it. He's running hot this month or so. He's fucking really going for it. Got a lot of opportunities and stuff. But, hey, dude, we already saw a lot of him. And then now we're supposed to watch ballers and what they do. It's just what's happening? There's not a lot of balling going on. Mr. Beast fucking makes all these random people rich. He doesn't want that to happen. Don't you understand? For Mr. Beast, it was always let me get rich as fuck first. And then it's just a plus that what I do happens to make some other people rich. Dude, Damian Lillard's doing a 3-point shootout with some kid. Right. And Mr. Beast is let's make some noise so we can distract the kid from making the fucking 3-pointer. What the fuck? Today you have a chance of winning $100,000. But I don't really want you to win the $100,000 because that's extra paperwork with all the insurance companies and blah, blah, blah. Oh my goodness, dude. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. It's craziness. Chris Paul and Victor Wembanyama, they do a skills challenge, and they found a loophole where it's just like, okay, you actually get awarded quite a lot for the length or like how fast you can get the challenge done, and there's not that many incentives to actually like be accurate, like make the free throws or the 3-pointers. So they kind of just skip through the whole thing with the highest points because they're competitors. They're there to win. What the fuck? Why are you even making us do this silly shit? Obviously, we know how to fucking pass a ball, right? Like that type of stuff. And then it's like, oh, it's hilarious. Like that's what happens. It's just like, can we get some actual balling? The only 2 highlights I saw from the All-Star game was Trae Young going ham, right? But that was just because Kyrie was, not even playing. He was not even aware that Trae Young was like picking up that much speed from behind him, and then Trae Young nutmeg Steph. That was cold as shit. But then let's just be honest, the dish to the finish. Okay, we're not. That's offensive balling, but we're not doing some defensive balling at all. You know what I'm saying? And then of course Steph Curry half court shot. It's like, I want to see some actual balling, dude. Come on. A little ISO action, see who's got it. But that's the whole thing. WNBA, they put in a 1v1 tournament, and it was arguably entertaining as fuck because it was just like, it was the real, like, hey, who's got the better ISO skill, who doesn't. That's it. Let's do that for the NBA. There would be some actual balling. Put up real money. Fuck all the skills challenges. Fuck all the extra people that you got to pay. I'm sure Kevin Hart got paid a boatload of money just to be himself. And good on him, but it's just like, come on. You don't... Like, I'm sure to some extent Kevin Hart can't even take it. I'm sure he actually got a little pissed off standing next to those WNBA players. Like, he genuinely got a little aggravated. So, guys, we got to start giving people what they want. Mac McClung, congratulations. Such a fucking tongue twister. Mac McClung, congratulations. Wins the dunk contest 3 years in a row. Dude's barely in, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's bare, this is an NBA All-Star weekend. Come on. All right. But then we flip that to the other side of the NHL Four Nations tournament. I already gave them the fact that they just realized, okay, where's our viewership? What draws in the most viewership? We just get the top 4 countries with the most viewership, right? Boom, square them up. The rest of them fucking take a holiday, recover a little bit from all the freaking, hockey. Pretty brutal and physical sport. And then you talk about, but the brutality is what the people want to see, dude. That's why you want to see an NBA 1v1. You want to see pushing and shoving and intensity. You got to get that in the NHL, and you've always had that in the NHL. And this was just them perfect fucking perfect storm. Why did I say it makes no sense. They're on ice. Perfect storm brewed up. And I don't even think the NHL knew it. Like, they obviously took a long time to plan this out and organize this and schedule it. It just so happens that because of socio-political reasons, they might go into a civil war. Or like a war. Just, that's not civil. Yeah, but a North American war. Just because of that, you had 3 fights in the first 9 seconds of the game. You had 3 fist fights of USA versus Canada. There was a lot of buildup. Of course, USA took it. Obviously, we're very offended that Canada booed the U.S., national anthem. And that's just all you need. That's all you need. The Canadians are never going to back down. They're like, you guys have fucked with us long enough, and now that we finally want to run it our way, you guys are getting in the mix, right? It's just so much. But that's what the people want to see. They want to see, this is our team. This is your team. Let's just fucking duke it out. That's it. We just want people to duke it out. The NBA, put the fucking, let's get the international versus US thing so freaking, let's have Europe by itself. Let's have fucking US by itself. Let's have Australia and Asia and all those fucking countries by themselves. Maybe, and then let's just fucking get it. Or the Americas by themselves. Let's just get it going, guys. There's a reason boxing sells so much. Just a black dude versus a white dude. Who's got it? Who's got the grits? All right. You got to give people what they want. Eagles Super Bowl. All right. First of all, in that sense, Chiefs lost. That's what, at least the majority people wanted to see there. You gave people what they wanted to see. Kendrick Lamar saying the A minor line. You give people what they want to see, right? Still, I made my point about that last week. But then Eagles Super Bowl parade. You saw exactly what the people wanted to see. The whole city of Philly, they fucking showed up. Streets are packed. Cops doing the fucking tush push. I'm not even fucking bullshitting. We have cops with, pistols holstered up and fucking everything like that. And they just line up and they're literally full commit doing the tush push at the parade, falling to the ground, getting the first down. George Floyd down. Can't breathe underneath the pile. Fuck. Oh, fuck, dude. I didn't mean to make that joke. I took a little too far, but that's what I'm saying. Then you have Jalen Hurts. This guy's 26 years old, but he acts like a unk. Fucking Jalen Hurts. He's playing into the unk character. He doing a fucking, let's fucking go, like some shit like that. He just does like a fucking brother, like a freaking, what I'm saying? They're just really just showing love to the brothers. You know what I'm saying? That's all of the people want. Really, you just want a classy, but young but classy quarterback winning Super Bowls. Boom. Throw up a fist like that. Catching beers, not catching beers. That's what the people want to see. You can catch a football. Great. You can, for a fucking whole season, catching footballs left, right, and center. Good for you. Now we're going to hawk just fucking tall boys. And then fucking see if the receivers and all the football players got, even though they're fucked up, if they still have the ultra instinct, or if they fucking, which it also happened to a few people. You just have full beers just flying. Get popped in the head. Hilarious. That's what people want to see. Hilarious. Philly was on fire. And even for like people like me, that is just like, I have no relation to the Eagles. I have nothing, but it's just great to see people seeing what they want to see. You gave the people what they wanted. UFC's been doing that for a while. I am not lying to you, ladies and gentlemen. UFC is so valuable nowadays just because they give the people what they want, and they've been doing it for the whole time. And now we go to UFC Seattle. A little simple basis. UFC, because of their genius ways of being able to go through COVID, they started sticking a little too much to the UFC Apex vibe that they had. And then fans started saying, let's get the live shows back, right? In the smaller cities in the U.S., or smaller cities, in cities all around the U.S., or just let's diversify back up again, internationally, everywhere. And the UFC simply responds to that. And now we got a UFC Seattle fight night coming up right after. We just real quick, we did a UFC 312. There was UFC Apex. And then now we're back to Seattle, somewhere where the fans actually get to attend and go through the whole fight weekend at least. And the main card, looking fire, looking like it's gonna treat us nice. John Silva, one of those Brazilian brothers, Brazilian guys that just are looking mighty dangerous, mighty skillful, and on the come up. And this guy knows exactly what he's doing because he's one of the fighting nerds. There's a collective in the UFC. It's some Brazilian brothers, but sometimes other people tag along, of the fighting nerds. Because what's that quote? Is better to be a warrior in the garden than a gardener during war, or some shit. I don't know why I had to add the fucking Asian accent either, but that's what I'm saying. That's what the people want. Real men. Real men. That's what we want. We want where we fight. We are the man, and at the same time we're nerdy. Haha. Yeah, I like to, I like to geek out on things. Haha. That was my best impression of a fighting nerd. But Jean Silva coming in as a heavy favorite. Just got to be watching his fight for sure, because I'm sure it's going to be an entertaining one with a brilliant display of what a fighting nerd can do, the ultimate fighting nerd in this world. Co-main event, we got Brendan Allen, savage of the game, going against Anthony Hernandez. Brendan Allen is ranked number 9. Hernandez ranked number 12. This is a middleweight bout. Both men are middleweight fighters. Both men have quite many submission wins, so they really know how to get their way around grappling. But Hernandez seems to more recently have TKO wins, which means if Hernandez sticks to more striking, catches Brendan Allen off guard, who's still trying to stick to grappling, I think Hernandez might come out on top of this. However, these are big boys. 185, there's going to be speed, power, all that. 3 rounds, I know it's going to be electrifying. Then we go to main event. Henry Cejudo, Triple C, going against Song Yadong. If you don't know, now you know. Henry Cejudo used to be double champ, retired. This is his run coming out of retirement, technically, however it is. He's ranked number 7 nowadays in the bantamweight division. Song Yadong has been ranked number 8. He's had an up and down run so far in the UFC. He joined in 2017, but this guy is 27 years old. Henry Cejudo, 38. So we have an 11-year age difference in this main event. All right, it's a fucking almost classic rookie versus vet. However, Song joined the freaking UFC so early in his life, right? He's one of those, like he was Raul Rosas Jr. before Raul Rosas Jr. You know what I'm saying? Like he was the young prospect, like one of the first like actual young. Now I seem fucking racist. Young Song Yadong. But yeah, tremendously talented, both of these gentlemen, but it's just that very different points in their career. And credit to Song, he pretty much loses to just the most elite bantamweights. Otherwise, he gets rid of the rest quite easily. Usually comes out on top. So it's going to be a fucking interesting one. Cejudo hasn't won since 2020, which was against Dominic Cruz, which, by the way, Dominic Cruz, happy retirement, buddy. Thank you for all you've done for the sport. I can't wait for you to be calling fights again. I think you're super talented. He's so soothing, right? I feel like some other commentators, they always like to exaggerate, which they do very well, like John Anik. But let's get Dominic Cruz more commentating gigs. I want to see that. Thank you for a UFC career. Thank you, Dominic Cruz. Happy retirement from the fight game or being in it. Yeah, but how do I say this? My Chinese brother, main event in Seattle. I think it's all set in stone. I think actually we'll get a finish this time. It's a 5-rounder. Yadong's got a crazy pace. Maidong has a crazy pace. I had to make that joke. Sorry, brother. I really should be pronouncing your name the Chinese way, but you'll take care of this easy within 4 rounds. Let's make it happen. Bam! And then lastly, but not least, saving it the best for last. Oh, man. The F1 75 live event show fiasco. Stayed up till 10, and I am not going to lie, it took quite a while for me to get a little bit, okay, this is okay, I get the idea. Because like I've been saying, you got to give people what they want. And I feel like, okay, the concept of it, I don't mind. You get everybody together. You make one big announcement. In that way, I get it. I like the concept, But I think 2 hours was too much. Now I understand. You booked an arena like the O2. You're going to have to run it at least 2 hours, or the live part of it at least. I understand it. Look, I understand the business of it, okay? But let's just say maybe do a smaller venue. Don't do it in London. Fuck London. You know what I'm saying? I get it. There's a lot of rich folk there that could, come in and whatever. But let's do it somewhere else. You can put it outside if the weather isn't too horrible. That way it's, a little bit more natural. The fact that these cars are racing outside as well. Do that. Hour 30 max. I understand you want a bit of a show. You want a bit of a performance. I get it. But 2 hours was too long. That simply is that. We don't have we know how the car is looking like, at least physically from the outside. The colors are going to change a little bit. The sponsors are going to change a little bit. That's about it, okay? The more you build it up, the more you're going fucking what the fuck did I just waste my time for? It's just the same fucking car. Right? Which it technically is. And that's what I have to give. That's where I have to give F1 some props. Now, the host guy, I forgot, some Whitehall, some guy, right? This guy, I'm sure he's known, loved, revered. The teleprompter that he was reading from, it had a good amount of jokes. Now, somebody had to come in and say, look, listen, we have to poke fun. We have to make this fun. We can't just make this here we are. This is amazing. This is epic. There's lots of money involved. That wouldn't have worked. But of course, then we started writing some jokes. We do a little roasting. we acknowledge some of the opinions that the fans have, right? Which is great. You made Lewis Hamilton. You said he looks like a Fortnite character sometimes. That's funny. That was actually like a kind of a funny joke, right? So, but that's the whole thing. Those things are funny because that's real, right? But then this extra cheesy shit, right? And I'm not saying it was like the whole time extra cheese, but it was like extra cheese. Why do we need to go up to Lando Norris and still ask him about last season and how he came up short? That's like if you're with if someone came up to you and was like, "Hey, how about that ex, huh?" From like, yeah, like what's up with that? What went wrong? Why didn't you marry her and have kids? It's just like you're trying to like, yeah, what am I supposed to like explain the whole like every intricacy? Like am I like, yeah, like she didn't respond well to this, but I fucked up in that, but then there was this moment, but then her parents, but then this situation. Like what? Dude, Norris, I fucking feel so fucking bad for Norris. Guys, you torture a guy, so then watch this guy start winning so many fucking races this season, ruin all the Ferrari fans' experience. Oh, Leclerc, Lewis Hamilton. And then you just have this savage because you just fucking pissed him off again. Max Verstappen, the same thing. At least Red Bull, they're making the adjustments. Let's not have Max do so much PR anymore. The more you push him, the more higher his asking price is going. If you want him around. That's why everyone's saying he might not last in Red Bull for that much longer. I don't know. Things like this, guys. What the fuck was Alpine doing? What in the world was Alpine doing with that DJ guy? What the fuck, dude? And like I have to give it to Kick Sauber. Like it wasn't that bad. The ideas with the cool drums, that's kind of cool. But it's like it was already repeated 5, 6, maybe 10, 12, 15 times. Are you ready for the most? Are we ready? Is everyone ready? O2, are you? London, are you? And then once we got to the first car review, are you ready? What the? Just show us the fucking car. Holy shit. Oh my God. Okay, and then last but not least, we got to get to the swearing thing, right? Because this is what I feel very strongly about. Because you got to fuck around and find. Like, if you fuck around and find out, that's what's going to happen. You fuck with Lando Norris too much, you're going to find out, dude. You're going to find out that all this fucking, international top tier pussy is going to fucking maybe make him drive better. You guys maybe can't. I understand there's a community of F1 fans that's a lot like, yay, happy, cool time, right? Which, cool on you, but shit gets real in F1, okay? This is real money. There's bankruptcies, there's fucking scandals, there's all types of shit, right? But then when you have a Lando Norris, 25 years old, whatever he is, 24, whatever, right? I think he's 25. Right, Oscar Piastri's 23. It's just don't push these guys. Don't push these guys, all right? You already found out enough about Max Verstappen. Just let him swear, dude. Just let these guys swear. They might die. There's still a possibility of dying. Let's just let them swear if they want to, okay? They're out there. It's crazy. So then everybody loved that. Gordon Ramsay gets on the mic. He's like, hey, dude, let these guys be real. Like, he literally took the words out of my mouth. Why the fuck am I repeating him, basically? And he says, if shit hits the fan, right, just let them be. And that's it. Shit hits the fan is that's a saying. That's not even a curse word, you fucking. Oh, my God. But And then get this, right after they cut away from him, which I do think it might have been a little bit planned because Gordon says shit hits the fan, and then the host kind of pulled it away, and then he was very swift on the, and his reaction seemed a little bit like robotic, as if it was planned. So I don't know, maybe it was planned, but the whole thing, which makes it worse if it's planned. Obviously, if it wasn't, great, it's awesome moment. If it was planned, then they play a video right after, like a 2-minute video, I think, a short video either way, of like these F1 drivers being silly last season. Look how silly they are. Dude, I want to make it very clear. There is nothing that the F1 fucking drivers want to be more than being silly. The last thing the F1 drivers want to be considered is silly. They are the least silly, okay? And that's what makes Oscar Piastri so lovable, because he is actually a silly motherfucker, but it's just him because he just like doesn't give a shit. But none of these other guys want to be considered silly, okay? There's nothing silly about racing in multi-$100 million cars for millions while you're risking your life. There is nothing silly about this. So I don't know what the FIA or the Formula One is trying to say with, we're not gonna do this swearing thing because we're silly. What the fuck? Dude, we're fucking racing in the streets of Las Vegas. There's nothing silly about gambling, okay? There's nothing. Holy shit. And some teams understand this, man, just because of the reveal of how well it was executed. They showed it to the fans. They showed the people what they want, which is, we're not silly. This is some serious high-level elite shit that we're doing in terms of racing, fucking automobiles, and fucking sporting. So let's just show him. McLaren being a perfect example. They're the last one. Fuck it. We'll show you how in the F1 history we are with these OG cars. They literally brought it out. And then simple as that, they've always had a great PR team. But now just showing it to you straight up. This is the cars we've made before and we've done well. This is what we've got now. And we just won last year. What up? Fucking epic. Then you go to like just naturally epic, simple, epic, boom. Then you go to Aston Martin. Aston Martin won the F1 reveal. I would argue there is no debate. I don't give a fuck if they didn't change the appearance or the livery. Guess what? It has been the best fucking colored goddamn car, right? There's always been the Ferrari red, but this motherfucking green is sexy as shit. Guess who else is sexy as shit? Thames, with her sexy ass and her sexy ass voice. Holy shit. You know what else is sexy? Fucking strings and the fucking trump and the fucking, percussion. And it's not percussion. I forgot the air horns. Whatever the fuck, dude. The trumpets. The fucking, the horns. The horns. Strings and horns. Class. That's what fucking F1's always been about. Whoever was in charge of the Aston Martin reveal, they understand what F1... It's this old money with fucking classy James Bond. Shaken, not stirred with the martini. Come on. Beautiful lady singing so beautiful. I will wait for you for you. I won't wait for you. God damn, she looked good. God damn, I love you, Thames. And then the strings with the fucking horns and the car coming in with the lady, with the beautiful female artist. What the fuck is up? That's what's up. Okay? Shout out to Ferrari. Of course, they gave the people what they want. They signed Lewis fucking Hamilton, right? Give the people what they want. Let's cut the cheesy shit. Let's cut the unreal shit. Let's just keep the real shit, right? The jokes were funny. I got to give you that. The concept of it is great. Let's just show you all one go. Let's get the fucking fans hyped, okay? I love it. Let's give people what they want, okay? I'm excited for the F1 2025 season. First race of the season. Under a month to go. We're getting there. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for sticking with me. I'm doing stand-up this Friday. Fucking gonna try to go kill him. It's gonna be close to my hometown, so I'm very excited for that. And then we got stand-up next week as well. We can fucking talk about that later. But interesting shit going down. Hope it goes down nice in Seattle. Hope it goes down well in this season of F1. And USA versus Canada. Thursday night. The finals of this Four Nations tournament. Here we fucking go. And to be honest, I don't think maybe one or two fist fights like trickled through because they're just very aggressive, but I don't think they're going to do what they did last time. Last time was like there was this tension, they needed to fucking release it, okay? Now we're going to the finals. I think the hockey will speak for itself. Otherwise, they're going to be playing aggressive. They're going to be playing all out. All out. I want Trump to fucking show up there. I want it's in Boston too, so it is in the U.S. That's why I got the Boston Bruins little beanie there just to give out some props. But shout out to the NHL. They know what the people want. They're giving it to him. NBA, get your shit together. I love you still, Kevin Hart. I'll see you guys next week. Stay ballin'.